The stars stretched endlessly before Captain Ethan Reyes as he stood at the bridge of the Ascendant, one of the most advanced starships humanity had ever built. His reflection stared back at him from the viewport, his face a mixture of determination and worry. Mars loomed below, its red dust swirling in faint patterns, but what held his attention were the fleets that drifted in orbit, silent but bristling with weapons, human vessels and alien ships, both poised for what might be the universe's most significant moment. Reyes could feel the tension in the air, palpable and thick. This wasn't just another skirmish over territory or resources. This was something far larger, a reckoning between species that could either lead to salvation or annihilation. As the commander of humanity's forces, the weight of billions rested on his shoulders. He turned away from the view, walking slowly towards the center of the bridge where his officers waited. His second-in-command, Lieutenant Sarah Cale, stood by the tactical display, her face tight with stress. She had been his right hand for years, and if anyone understood the stakes as well as he did, it was her. "They're not moving yet," she said quietly, as if speaking too loudly might trigger the waiting alien fleet. Her fingers hovered over the holographic controls. "But their weapons are primed. One wrong move, and we'll be in the middle of an all-out war." Reyes nodded. "We can't afford a wrong move, Sarah. If this goes south, we won't have enough left to even retreat. We need this treaty, for everyone's sake." For months, there had been whispers of this day. The great alien civilizations, advanced races that had once been myths, had made contact. For centuries, humanity had only seen glimmers of life beyond their star system. Anomalies, cryptic signals, fleeting encounters. But now, the galaxy's true inhabitants had revealed themselves, and they were far more powerful and sophisticated than anyone had imagined. The aliens, who called themselves the Zelker, had sent emissaries to Earth's leaders, offering a peace pact, a chance to align humanity with the greater galactic community, but on their terms. The offer was tempting but came with a price. Humans would have to give up control over their outer colonies, including Mars, Earth's closest and most vital outpost. That was something Reyes and his peers could not easily accept. The Ascendant was part of a larger fleet sent to negotiate, or, if necessary, to fight. Surrounding the alien ships were the hulking forms of Earth's finest, from battlecruisers to dreadnoughts, all waiting for a signal. Across from them were the sleek, mysterious vessels of the Zelker. Their ships had an organic feel, as though they were living beings in their own right, with curved hulls and bioluminescent lights that pulsed in time with unseen rhythms. Reyes clenched his fists as the tension inside him rose. It wasn't the looming possibility of war that ate at him, it was the fact that humanity might be negotiating from a place of weakness. The Zelker were technologically superior, their ships capable of maneuvers and feats of engineering that defied Earth's understanding of physics. But there was something in their demands, something more personal, that bothered him deeply. "Commander, incoming message from the Zelker envoy," said Lieutenant Cale, her voice steady but with an undertone of unease. She pressed a button on her console, and the image of a tall, elegant alien materialized on the bridge's communication screen. The Zelker envoy stood out against the backdrop of the stars. His face was angular and his skin was a muted gray, marked with intricate patterns that seemed to shift and glow faintly. His eyes, large and black, shimmered with an intelligence that felt ancient and unfathomable. "Captain Reyes," the envoy's voice echoed through the bridge, though his lips barely moved, speaking in the strange, melodic language of the Zelker, immediately translated by the ship's systems. "It is time for your decision. Will humanity embrace peace and join us, or will it fall to the chaos of war?" Reyes took a breath, stepping forward to face the envoy's hologram. "We desire peace, Envoy Tazir. But not at the cost of our sovereignty. We cannot abandon Mars, our people have bled for that colony, sacrificed too much to simply hand it over." Tazir's dark eyes gleamed. "You misunderstand. Mars is not yours to give or take. It is a key, a nexus of energies that you barely comprehend. It must be preserved, for all species, not just yours. This is not about territory, Captain. This is about survival. Survival. The word hung in the air like a blade ready to fall. Reyes had suspected that the Zelkers' insistence on Mars had deeper reasons, but now it was clear. There was something about the red planet that held more significance than just its strategic location. Reyes exhaled slowly. What do you mean by a nexus of energies? You're implying Mars is more than just a colony, more than a piece of land we've fought for. What aren't you telling us? Tazir's expression shifted ever so slightly, a sign of hesitation or perhaps contemplation. The alien's gaze seemed to pierce into Reyes's very soul. Mars is old. Far older than your species. Beneath its surface lies a relic, a remnant of a long-dead civilization far more advanced than either yours or ours. It holds power, a power that, if misused, could destroy not only your solar system but ripple across the galaxy. The revelation hit like a punch to the gut. Mars was the key to something ancient, something catastrophic if unleashed. Reyes felt the weight of this knowledge settle deep within him, realizing that the stakes were far beyond what anyone had imagined. Sarah, standing beside him, whispered, "What the hell is down there, Ethan?" Reyes shook his head slowly. "I don't know, but whatever it is, it's why the Zelker are here. It's why they're offering us peace, but on their terms. They want control over whatever's buried on Mars." Tazir's voice interrupted the quiet murmur on the bridge. "We seek to protect, not to conquer. The relic must remain dormant, sealed as it has been for eons. Your kind's digging, your mining, it has weakened the seals. If it breaks, we will all suffer the consequences." Reyes understood the severity of the situation now. This wasn't about territorial disputes or alien politics. It was about protecting the entire galaxy from an ancient force that should never be awoken. But how could he convey this to Earth's leaders? How could he make them see that giving up Mars wasn't an act of surrender but a necessity for survival? "I need time," Reyes said firmly. "I need to contact Earth, explain what's at stake." Tazir's face remained impassive. "Time is not on your side, Captain. The energies beneath Mars are already stirring. You have until the next solar rotation to make your choice. After that, the decision will be made for you." With that, the communication ended, and the bridge was plunged into tense silence. Reyes stood still for a moment, processing everything. His mind raced with thoughts of duty, loyalty, and the survival of humanity. He knew that calling Earth's leaders would be a nightmare of bureaucracy and political infighting. There wouldn't be enough time. "Ethan," Sarah spoke softly, her eyes filled with worry, "what are we going to do?" Reyes rubbed his temples, feeling the weight of the galaxy on his shoulders. "We don't have a choice. We can't let that thing wake up. We have to find a way to disable our mining operations on Mars and work with the Zelker to contain whatever is down there." Sarah's brow furrowed. "You're going to defy orders. Earth isn't going to like that." "I know," he said with a grim smile. "But this isn't about what Earth wants. It's about what humanity needs." The next few hours were a blur of activity. Reyes gave the order to cease all operations on Mars immediately, despite knowing the backlash he would face from Earth's leaders. He also opened direct communication with the Zelker, agreeing to work together to stabilize the situation on the Red Planet. The alien ships moved into position, their strange, organic forms gliding smoothly over Mars' surface as they prepared to do whatever it took to keep the relic sealed. Human forces followed suit, but there was tension in the air. Many of the military commanders under Reyes weren't happy about cooperating with the aliens, but he made it clear that they had no other choice. As night fell on Mars, the joint operation began. Scientists and engineers, both human and Zelker, worked side by side to assess the damage caused by decades of human mining. There were moments of friction, of mistrust, but there was also something else, a growing sense of shared purpose. Reyes stood on the surface of Mars, looking up at the alien ships that hovered above. He had never imagined this day would come, humanity working alongside extraterrestrial beings to prevent a galactic catastrophe. But here they were, united in a cause larger than any one species. Sarah joined him, her helmet reflecting the pale light of Mars' moons. "It's incredible, isn't it?" she said quietly. "Yeah," Reyes replied. "I just hope it's enough." Suddenly, the ground beneath them rumbled, a low, deep vibration that sent shockwaves through the planet. Alarms blared in his helmet, and Reyes' heart pounded in his chest. "What the?"